Open Learning and Staying Relevant, 6620, Peter Gallant, draft. Openness is a necessary agent of change in educational institutions that'll keep schools relevant to their communities. As online multimedia technology gains prominence, transformation is needed in how higher education is delivered and received. In the same way that science shares knowledge, Malloy asserts pedagogues can rejuvenate education through the accelerating growth of curriculum by using methods and materials that are open source in nature. Moses reports that even though universities may survive in the 21st century, more students will take advantage of the online open learning option than the traditional classroom-based model. Universities in Moses' study foster open learning through training in economic development, workplace skills, social justice, and other programs aimed at women, ethnic groups, and other adults who do not have continued access to online education. Wiley defines resources used for open learning as technology-enabled, open provision of educational resources for consultation, use, adaptation by a community of users for non-commercial purposes. Wiley also found that the term open educational resource, although quite broad in its definition, could include curriculum-based resources such as lectures, software, and other classroom activities. Teachers and their educational institutions were found to be the primary user of open source materials, although Wiley noted that students were frequent users as well. One of the benefits to educational institutions using open learning through open resources is the reusability of these resources year after year. According to Wiley, a greater connection now exists between people, content, and systems than at any other time in history. He also found exponential growth has taken place in all permutations of these three areas as well. Moses contends illiteracy will be addressed through open university-style learning, which will help by distributing knowledge and leveling access to education and teachers. Finney found that open learning styles were advantageous to students because they could choose their preferred tools through which to learn. His findings show that learners could filter out educational tools that they deemed useless to their learning style. According to Moses, the way in which open institutions communicate to their students through cost-effective means results in attracting hundreds, even thousands, of learners. The concept of openness, according to Lane, provides cost-free access and use of educational content, freedom to duplicate materials, use and reuse of materials without requiring permission, and the freedom to create works derived from original content. Schmidt reports that open access journals are demonstrating increased citations rates and higher survival rates than the traditional enclosed proprietary type. In his study, Schmidt reports that as the open learning trend continues, teachers from many countries have collaborated to compose many course modules. He also reports that in South Africa, the Free Science Textbook Project has resulted in cost-free textbooks that are suitable to the curriculum of local areas. Experimentation with open learning is exacerbated by allowing participants the opportunity to partake in the design of course outline and material. The open learning concept is not without its challenges. Lane found that the digital and educational divide characterized by the open learning concept could actually be growing instead of closing between groups locally and internationally. Lane reports that this is as a result of the growing complexities in technologies and the increased skill levels expected of learners. In his study, Wiley found that advanced technologies used by commercial industries to benefit consumers have been, for the most part, ignored in the supersystems of higher education. Two obstacles facing international students' access to post-secondary education, according to Morgan, are remote living and a lack of high level of English literacy. Finney reported sustainability issues with the open concept and questioned instructors' workload in an effort to gain insight into the financial feasibility. Vest found that issues around copyright and claim on intellectual property could be a significant legal challenge in offering open source education. Lane reports that the concept of openness in higher education can be somewhat confusing as names and terminology associated with it have rapidly increased and have become mixed in with other names and terminologies. Lane writes that openness as a philosophy is also important, but something being freely available, e.g., open access, open educational resources, etc., is insufficient to enable many people to successfully engage with a more open educational provision.